In a peaceful village surrounded by tall green hills and clear blue skies, there lived a donkey named Dodo. Dodo was like any other donkey, strong, hard-working and loyal. He spent his days helping farmer Karim carry loads of vegetables to the market, and he always did his job without complaint. But deep inside his heart, Dodo carried a dream that no one knew about. Dodo wanted to sing every morning when the sun rose over the hills and painted the sky with golden light. Dodo would hear the birds chirping sweet songs. The sparrows sang light, fluttery notes. The nightingale sang a melody so soft that even the flowers seemed to sway quietly, and the parrots sang bright, cheerful tunes that made everyone smile. Dodo listened to them with shining eyes, wishing he could make music just like them. One day, while Dodo was eating hay, he sighed loudly. A little sparrow perched on a nearby fence heard him and fluttered closer. "Why do you sound so sad, Dodo?" she asked gently. Dodo hesitated. No one had ever asked him that before. I want to sing," he finally said. "I listen to you birds every day. Your voices are beautiful. I also want to make music. I want the world to smile when they hear me." The sparrow tilted her head, surprised but happy. "Then why don't you sing?" she chirped. Dodo's ears drooped. "Because I'm only a donkey. Donkeys don't sing. And even if I try, everyone will laugh at me." The sparrow fluttered her wings kindly. "Dreams don't care who you are," she said. "If your heart wants to sing, then sing. Don't worry about what others think." Inspired by her words, Dodo stood up tall and took a deep breath. He walked toward the old barn behind the farm, the place where no one usually went. "I'll practice here," he whispered to himself. And so he began. At first, Dodo's voice was loud, shaky, and far from musical. It echoed through the barn like a strange mixture of braying and humming. He tried to imitate the nightingale, but his voice cracked. He tried to match the sparrow, but his deep tone wouldn't rise. He tried to sing like the parrot, but the melody twisted in funny ways. Dodo kept trying again and again, but each attempt sounded worse than the last. Unknown to Dodo, the other animals had begun gathering outside the barn. The cows mooed in confusion. The goats giggled. The chickens clucked loudly, trying not to burst into laughter. Finally, the rooster crowed, "Dodo, what are you doing in there?" Dodo froze. Embarrassment washed over him like cold rain. He slowly peeked out and saw all the animals staring at him. His heart dropped. I was singing," he said shakily. The goats laughed. "You singing donkeys can't sing." The chickens clucked to each other. What a strange sound he made. Even the cows smiled softly, though they tried not to. Dodo felt crushed. He lowered his head and walked away from the barn, his heart heavier than ever before. The sparrow flew beside him, worried. "Don't give up, Dodo. Learning anything takes time." But Dodo didn't answer. He went back to the stable and sat alone, feeling foolish. That night, when the moon rose, something magical happened. The nightingale flew to Dodo's window perch. "I heard that you want to sing," she said in her gentle voice. Dodo nodded sadly, "But everyone laughed at me. I guess dreams like mine are not meant for donkeys." The nightingale shook her head. "Every voice has a place in this world. You don't need to sing like a sparrow, a parrot, or even like me. You just need to sing like yourself. If you want, I can help you." Dodo's eyes lit up with a small spark of hope. "You will teach me, of course," said the nightingale, smiling. Dreams should never be left behind. And so the lessons began. Every night, when the farm grew quiet, Dodo and the nightingale practiced together. She taught him how to control his breath, how to listen to his own voice, and how to find a rhythm that suited him. Dodo's voice was still deep and bray-like, but now it carried a steady tune. It wasn't beautiful like a bird's song, but it was warm, strong, and full of feeling. It was uniquely his. After weeks of practice, the nightingale said proudly, "You are ready." "Ready for what?" Dodo asked. "To sing for the world," she replied. The next day, the village held its annual spring festival. There were colorful stalls, children running with balloons, and music playing everywhere. Farmer Karim took Dodo along, decorating him with fresh flowers. Dodo felt nervous, but the nightingale perched on his back. "Trust yourself," she whispered. When the villagers gathered for the talent show, many birds came forward to sing. The sparrow sang a cheerful tune, the parrot recited a bright melody, and the nightingale sang a magical lullaby that made everyone sigh with wonder. Then the host announced, "Next, Dodo the donkey." Whispers filled the crowd. "A donkey singing." Dodo stepped forward, his legs trembling. The goats snickered. The chickens clucked. But Dodo closed his eyes, remembered his practice, and took a deep breath. Then he sang. His voice was deep and powerful. It wasn't perfect, but it carried a rhythm, a warmth, and an honest beauty that touched everyone's heart. The village fell silent, listening to the soulful melody of a donkey who dared to dream. When he finished, the crowd erupted into cheers. Children clapped. Adults smiled warmly. Even the animals who once laughed at him now looked at him with admiration. The nightingale whispered proudly, "You did it, Dodo." Dodo beamed with joy. For the first time, he wasn't just a hard-working donkey. He was a singer one who had followed his heart. From that day on, whenever the sun rose over the hills, Dodo's song joined the chorus of birds. It was different, unique, and full of courage. And everyone in the village came to love the sound of the donkey who wanted to sing and did